So this address resolution protocol or ARP consists of address. What are these address and which addresses need to be resolved? So there are two addresses. One is the IP address, one is the MAC address. So this address resolution protocol is actually a communication protocol that is mapping the IP internet protocol or IP address to media access control MAC address. Alright. ARP is also there, just a reverse of this. So why do we need IP and MAC, and why do we need some resolution? See, this is your house. Okay. IP address, internet protocol address, there is a router. So the location of your house is known. This IP address is about location, that this is the house and this is the router to which this internet protocol address has been assigned. Now here is you, your son and your wife. Now you are having a laptop, your son might be having a tablet, your wife may be having some handheld device or a computer. Okay. So there are three people in your house and they are having different gadgets. Now all the packet is going through that router. Alright. But till router, IP is okay. IP, a router. Right. But what about the person? That is the system. That is, you might be using Facebook, your wife might be using YouTube. So the packet of YouTube, when it comes to router, it has to go where? To YouTube, to your wife. The Facebook has to go to you. How will it go? Until you know the exact physical address of the machine. So IP address is like this. This is IPv4, Internet Protocol version 4. 32-bit of address it is. Then we have IPv6, which is 128-bit address. So these are two addresses which are the logical addresses, not the physical addresses. Okay. But the MAC address is a physical address. When your computer is, say, manufactured, and more precisely the NIC, Network Interface Card, is manufactured, the manufacturer has already put in a number which is physical, which is embedded. Okay. So this address resolution protocol is a communication protocol used for discovering physical addresses. Physical addresses can be from Belkin, from, say, D-Link, from Cisco, and this physical address associated with a given network address. IEEE govern these type of numbers, that is MAC addresses. They know what number is coming from which company, and this is physical, and there cannot be two machines having the same MAC address. So first you have to go to IP, and then you have to find out the MAC address. So the protocol which actually finds the MAC addresses of the system using the IP address is the address resolution protocol. Okay. Medium access control MAC address is the data link. So we talk about switch here, MAC, switch friendly, IP is router friendly. They work on different layers. So how does it work? How does this actually conversation take place, or this ARP works? Now see, what will happen is, so there is a computer, maybe in the same network, maybe in the different network. It knows its IP, it knows its MAC address. Okay. Now it wants to communicate with certain system B. It knows the IP addresses because it is known, because these are public IPs. If you are on the internet, you know the IP address, but the MAC address is not known. So ARP packet will be formed, and the formation will be something like this. There are certain matters, certain parameters here in the format, but the main format which you need to know is that the first ARP discovery message will go, and that will contain the MAC address of the system B, but you don't know it. So you have to write something. So ff.ff.ff.ff.ff is placed. That is the broadcast message. System A wants to know the MAC address of the other system. So it will send a ARP message with own IP, with own MAC, with IP of the system B without the MAC. So if it is not MAC, then it has to send some address. That is the broadcast address. That is why this ARP discovery is the broadcast message. Okay. But when the system will get that ARP, it will say, oh, he is talking about my IP. So it will actually put that MAC in the ARP reply. So the system A will send it to everyone, broadcast. But system B, when it will understand, oh, my IP is being my IP you are talking about, and my MAC you want. So it will reply with own IP, own MAC, and the other IP and other MAC. Okay, so this is your IP, this is the other's IP, this is my MAC, this is your MAC. So this is the reply will come. So when it will come, it will unicast. It will be unicasted when the reply will come, because the destination knows source is asking my MAC. So it will only send to the source. So this is how ARP works. So this is layer wise. You have a content coming from the application layer till the physical layer. In between we have network layer and the data link. So network layer IP, data link is MAC. Alright. MAC is a physical address. So you need to know a physical address along with IP in order to communicate. Getting MAC is the work of ARP.